Hey guys, what's going on? What's up? What's up? What's up? Let me pin this. We out here. What is going on, beautiful people? Happy Thursday. Welcome to another episode of hashtag Tax Boss Talk Thursday. Hey, everyone who's coming in. How are y'all feeling this Thursday, this Friday Eve? I'm so excited about this Friday Eve, even though I'll be working this weekend because I'm working on a launch. I'm working on some good stuff for you tax pros. Ooh, it's going to be great. Hey, everybody coming in. Hey, everybody coming in. We're going to dive right into today's topic because it is a good one. And it's one that many of you do not know about. You definitely haven't been following it, okay? And I'll tell you why in a minute. And yeah, I know my favorite pastime is pulling cards. So I may be pulling a few people's cards today, but you already know I have a solution for you. So we're all good. Hey, everyone coming in. So my name is Tatiani Favors. For those of you all who do not know, I've been in the taxation industry for 16 years, and I am a tax business coach. I help tax professionals start and elevate a profitable tax business, and I do that via one-on-one coaching, digital products, and physical products. So let's go. I am so amped today. We're going to get right into it. As you can see, the topic today is the 3 phases of a profitable tax business. Now, first of all, did you even know that there were 3 phases? Did you know there were 3 phases to a profitable tax business? Or you was just out here just shucking and jiving, huh? Probably so. Definitely, probably so. Yes, there are 3 phases to a profitable tax business, which are the starting phase, the building phase, and the growing phase, okay? So starting, building, growing in that order, okay? Not growing, building, no. Start, build, grow, okay? And the crazy part about it all is that most tax professionals, they want to just start real quick, and even the start is a little shaky, a little half-assed, but it's okay. That's why I'm here. But they want to start and they want to immediately grow without even keeping in mind, without even without even thinking about the building part of it. Like they totally forget about the building phase. They want to start and they immediately want to grow the tax business. And let me tell you, if you try to grow before you actually build a strong foundation for your tax business, then your growth, all of that growth that you're experiencing is going to be short-lived. It's going to be short-lived because your tax business doesn't have the foundation that it needs to be able to handle that temporary growth. It doesn't have the foundation, the SOPs, which is short for standard operating procedures, the systems. It doesn't have any of that and able to withstand this growth, and therefore the growth will be temporary. Okay, so let me break it down to you. A lot of you say, okay, I want to make 6 figures. I want to make 6 figures with my tax business. And that is a feasible and a great first milestone within your tax business, especially if you haven't experienced it before. So, okay, let's break that down. In order to make 6 figures, the lowest 6 figures you can make is $100,000. You will need about 500 clients. And that math comes from, if you're charging $200 per tax return, you need 500 to make $100,000. Okay, so we good on the math. Y'all got me? Y'all got me. Calculate it up, make sure I'm good. But you need about 500 clients to get to that $100,000 mark. Now, a lot of you all right now, you can't handle 500 clients. You cannot handle 500 clients with your current systems in place, with your current way of doing things. You cannot handle 500 clients. So this is what happens when the average taxpayer starts their tax business, forgets the building phase, and goes straight to growing. You do all of this stuff, you get an influx of clients because, yes, the best marketer wins for sure. But so this one tax season, you may get 500 clients. You may get your 6 figures. But let me tell you how that's not sustainable, because I'm going to say a good 50%, of the influx of clients that you got did not have a good experience with your tax business. They probably fell through the cracks because you didn't have the systems in place, you didn't have the manpower in place, especially if you're operating by yourself and you don't have a team. You can't process 500 tax returns by yourself and have your level of customer service up to par, and make sure that every tax client you get has the same experience with your company, which is should be a good experience with your company. You can't do that by yourself. So you have to have your team in place. You have to have certain things in place in order for you to be able to service that amount of clientele. So back to what I was saying, you get an influx of clients. You get 500, and say you get the $100,000. But a good 50%, and I dare to say more, but we'll stay at 50%. A good 50% of those clienteles are one-time clients. They're not going to come back next tax season. Why? Because their experience with your business was not a good one. They couldn't get in contact with you. You weren't timely enough. It took you 2 weeks to do their tax return. It took you forever, whatever. Then they go leave a bad review and they tell everybody, girl, don't go over there because I had to wait 2 weeks for my tax return. I couldn't get in touch with nobody. They didn't even give me whatever the reason is. They're not coming back to your office. They're not coming back to your tax business. And so with that being said, that influx, your growth is short-lived. Yeah, you won financially, maybe you met your goals for this tax season, but for next tax season, if you don't change anything, you're not going to get those same amount of clients. And then if you do, they're going to be one-time clients. We are building legacies over here. We're actually building tax businesses, heavy on the business, not tax side hustles, not tax little extra money in my pocket, whoop whoop wop. We're building tax businesses over here. And when you build a business, it has to be sustainable in some type of way. We're talking long term. We're not talking short term. We're talking stuff that we can leave for our kids and all of that. We're talking something that can be sustainable. That's what we want. And that's what we're talking about. In the building phase, that's where that happens. The building phase is the most important phase because the building phase sets you up for the growth stage. You can't grow if you don't have anything to build off of. You have to have a strong foundation for your tax business in order to build on top of it. We have here I'm in Atlanta. We have here what's called Georgia clay. Okay? Everyone knows that you don't build on Georgia clay. Okay, because it's swampy, it's not a concrete surface. You can't build a house on Georgia clay. It's going to sink and fall and all of that. Same thing with a tax business. We don't want to build tax businesses on Georgia clay or faulty ground. We want to be able to build it on cement slabs so we can build, and eventually grow it to what we want, something that's going to be sustainable. Okay, so let's look at each individual one so I can give you an idea of what is included in each one. So we have first the start phase. And for those of you all who just coming in, we're talking about the 3 phases of a profitable tax business. The first stage is the starting phase, then you have the building phase, then you have the growth stage. So let's look at them individually and see what that looks like. So first, we have the starting stage. And so, of course, these are the first few steps that you need to do in order to get your business started and all of that. Some of them have to do with your tax business, but some of them have things that are non-business that you need to take advantage of or you need to consider. Like, first of all, mental preparation, okay? Preparing yourself mentally for this new venture you're about to embark on, okay? Especially if you're going from employee to business owner, there's a transition there. You have to have a talk with your star player in the mirror like, hey, are we ready for this? We doing this by any means necessary, no matter what happens. This is either going to work or it's going to work. Yes, okay. Those are the two options. It's either going to work or it's going to work. You have to have those conversations with yourself to make sure that you are focused on what's right, focused on growing your business, and that you are ready for what's upcoming, and even that you're ready for the unknown. Okay, have that talk with yourself. Do that mindset. You have to have a mindset shift and just do that mental preparation. So that's first in the starting stage that no one wants to talk to you about. Check out my reel I posted today. When no one talks about when you start a tax business. Okay, when you become a boss, the thing that no one talks about is the mental part of it. It's the mental part of it. Because you get over your mental, then everything else is real easy. It's 80% mental and 20% execution. But the execution seems so difficult and so hard because our mindset isn't where it needs to be to actually execute what we need to execute. Our confidence isn't there. The mindset isn't there. We're thinking too small, whatever. Fears, limiting beliefs, don't get me started, because that's like one of my favorite topics. Mental preparation. Ask anyone in the Tax Boss Academy, they'll tell you. Okay, we spent 2 weeks on it. I ain't playing. So you have to do that in the starting phase. Also, the starting phase is about making sure that you become a legal tax preparer. So getting all of your credentials, your P10, your EFIN, things of that nature, so you won't go to jail. Okay? It is illegal to prepare a tax return if you do not have certain credentials. Okay, you have to have a P10 if you are preparing tax returns for money. If you're receiving money in because you have prepared a tax return, you are to have a P10. Period, point blank. So it's about getting yourself in position to play this game in a legal manner. Okay, so getting all the credentials you need. Also, creating a business structure. Okay, becoming a business structure. We're not functioning as sole proprietors. Okay, we're not doing that. That is a certain level of mediocrity that we are giving away, that we are leaving behind. Okay, we're not functioning as sole proprietors anymore. You need to be able and have the wherewithal to know the importance of separating yourself from your business. And how you do that is get some type of set up a business structure. So become an LLC, become a corporation, become a partnership. Okay, that's all of that is within the starting phase. So becoming a legal tax preparer to make sure that you have all the credentials that you need to play in this industry, and also becoming an actual business. Okay, a lot of people, like when I said in the beginning, in the starting phase, people don't even start appropriately when it comes to tax businesses. They don't even get a business. They're not even a business. They're functioning as a sole proprietorship. And a sole proprietorship is not a legal entity. There's no separation between your tax business and you if you are functioning as a sole proprietor. So people have as the starting phase. We're not doing that over here. Like I'm erasing all mediocrity, and I'm letting you all know, don't settle for that. The starting phase is important. Each phase is very important. The starting phase is very important as well. That's your paperwork. That's how you don't go to jail, and that's how you set yourself up for success. Getting a business bank account, things of that nature, all the paperwork and all of that. Starting your business as a business versus a side hustle. Okay? So all of that is part of the starting phase. Also, what's part of the starting phase is planning. Okay, so planning, effective planning. So we're talking about, what do you need to do to reach your goals within your tax business? And to rewind a little bit, what are your goals? Where are you trying to take your tax business? All of this is within the starting phase. Where are you trying to take it? Creating a business plan or creating a business plan outline that will guide you to where you're ultimately trying to go within your tax business. Okay, a really quick way to create a business plan is 3 simple steps. You envision it, you work what I call with backwards design, and then you take action. So first, you envision it. Where do you want your tax business to go? What does that look like? If your tax business was at its pinnacle, what does that even look like? Do you want multiple locations? Do you want a franchise, or do you just want one super successful location? What does your pinnacle look like? And then step 2, working backwards design, meaning you start with the end goal, which is your vision, and then you create the steps on how to get there. Okay? And then step 3, get there. Step 3 is to take massive action, to start implementing these things so you can actually get to the end goal and get to your vision. That's the quickest way I can describe a business plan. Okay? So do that. All of this is within the starting phase. And hey, for everyone coming in, we're talking about the 3 phases of a profitable tax business. And they are the starting phase, the building phase, and the growth stage. We just got finished talking about the starting phase. We're going to move into the building stage, which is the most important stage. And the building stage is the stage that most of you, I love y'all, but most tax pros completely miss. This is the stage that you all skip, you don't know about, you don't care about, you don't think is important, what have you, okay? Hey, what have you, okay? And you just skip it. But let me tell you, it is the most important part. So let's get into what all is included within the building phase. And the building phase is more systems and process focused. Okay, so we're focusing on the systems and the process of our tax business in the building phase. Okay, so some things that are included within the building phase is, of course, implementing systems. Please tell me what I'm doing wrong. Well, I don't know what you're doing, so you got to tell me what you're doing first. And then if you have a question, you can put it in the comment box or the question bubble, and I'll get to it during the Q&A for sure. But you got to let me know what you're doing so I can tell you what you're doing wrong. But implementing systems is part of the building phase, okay? Implementing systems is part of the building phase. Most tax companies don't have any systems, don't have any SOPs, don't have any of those things that you can actually, A, retrain your team with, but B, have a certain level of methods and processes in place for how you handle everything within your business. It's a type of organization. So implementing systems in your tax business, implementing SOPs, all of that, establishing SOPs rather, in every aspect of your business, from the onboarding process to the client experience, to getting their tax return, to your marketing, everything needs to have a certain process, okay? This, in the building phase, is when you are creating these processes, you're implementing them, and you're training your team on them, okay? Another something that is a part of the building phase, of course, is solidifying your marketing. So your marketing, and a lot of people confuse when I say marketing, they think advertising. Hey, they think advertising. And advertising is a portion of marketing, but it's a smaller portion of marketing. Advertising is when you are actually asking directly for the sale. Like, hey, I'm preparing tax returns. Give me money so I can prepare your tax return. That's advertising, but marketing is year round. And that, if I could say it in one sentence or less, marketing is the process of allowing your audience to know, like, and trust you, okay? They got to get to know you. They have to like you enough to actually want to do business with you. And then they have to trust you with their information so you can actually prepare their tax return. And so that's the marketing phase. So solidifying your marketing. Who are you targeting? Who is your content for? Yes, everyone has to file taxes, but that doesn't mean you market to everyone. So coming up with your target market, coming up with your marketing tone and your marketing message, okay? Meaning, what is your brand about? What is your company's POV? What type of stance do you take as a tax preparer and as a tax business? Like, you have to figure all of that out. And then, of course, your branding. What does your brand stand for? What all of these things matter, and these things are determined within the building phase of your tax business, okay? And so also what's in the building phase is pricing your returns, or not even your returns, pricing all of your services that you have. So determining how much you're going to charge for your tax prep services. If you do accounting and bookkeeping along with your tax preparation company, a lot of other people merge other services within your tax company, like credit repair, insurance, accounting, bookkeeping, things of that nature. What are your prices? What do you need to charge your clients in order to be profitable? Okay, what do you need to charge them in order to be profitable? What do you need to charge them in order to break even? You need to know those numbers so you can, that's part of creating your systems as well. All of that is determined within the business phase, okay? Within the business phase, the building phase, the building phase. So pricing your services. Of course, customer service, okay? How is your customer service going to provide your clients a satisfactory experience every time they come to your tax office year after year? Client 1 and client 492 should have the same great experience, okay, with your business. Your customer service, if everything else is equal with another tax business, your prices are equal, your experience and knowledge is equal, you use the same software, all of that. If everything is equal, customer service is typically the determining and the differentiating aspect of your tax business. How are you making your clients feel? What is their experience with your company? You have to create SOPs for your customer service. Okay, you have to, because that is the difference between a great tax firm and a tax firm who has a lot of one-time clients. Okay, again, like I said in the beginning, we want sustainability. Okay, we're thinking long term, so we want these clients to come back year after year, because it is way easier to retain clients and cheaper than it is to get new clients. And when we go get new clients, we want to bank on the clients that we already have, because all of that goes into what we're banking on that we're going to make for a tax season. So you need to be doing what you need to do to keep your existing clientele so they can come back next year. Hey girl, hey. Another thing that is involved in the building phase is building a team, of course. Building a team. So are you going to hire people? If you're trying to get 500 clients, then you better get somebody. You better get somebody to help you. Okay? And so when you get that person, like, first of all, who are you looking for? What would be their responsibilities and their duties? Do they mesh well with your team and with the culture that you're trying to set within your tax business? Okay, then you have to have time to train them and do all of that. You have to build them up. All of this is in the building phase, y'all. I'm still in the building phase. You see how long I've been talking? Because the building phase is where everything happens. It is the most important phase. The building phase, it prepares you for the growth. It is that strong foundation that you need in order to grow, in order to scale how you really want to. You can't scale if you haven't built anything. You can't grow if you haven't built anything, okay? Also, what's in the building phase is, of course, tax software. So you have to choose your tax software. You have to figure out what type of tax software you want to use and train your people. And then also, of course, tax preparation. If you're new, you need to be learning how to do tax preparation now. If you are familiar with tax prep, a refresher is always great. But all of that is in the building phase. It's a lot. It is. No one said running a successful and profitable tax business is easy. If it was, everyone would do it. If it was, everyone would be millionaires. If it was, everyone would be balling. You get what I'm saying? So it's manageable. It's manageable, and it is a lot, but it's manageable. Okay, it's manageable if you do this building phase right. Yes, it's a lot. Yeah, it is, but it is the most rewarding thing. And it's like, yeah, it's just the most rewarding thing. Like, that's all I can say about that. And so now we have the growth phase. And for everyone who's just coming in, we're talking about the 3 phases of a profitable tax business, which are the starting phase, the building phase, and the growth phase. Okay, and so now we're on a growth phase, and the growth phase is more revenue focused. So we got everything built, we got our systems in place, we got our SOPs, we got our pricing, we got everything we need. Now is growth. Now when you're growing, you're focusing on increasing your revenue. It's more revenue focused, period, point blank. So you're thinking, okay, do I want to add more services? You know, thinking about maybe adding more services, perhaps a higher ticket service like tax resolution. Tax resolution is a higher ticket service. That definitely is a 4 to 5 figure situation, depending on what all you have to do for tax res clients. You know, so implementing new services and higher ticket services like that. Also, getting more clients. So you're thinking to yourself, okay, we're trying to scale. How do I get more clients? I have the systems in place. We can handle more clients. So how do I get more exposure? As the owner and founder, how do I get more exposure? And then how does my company get more exposure? So you start thinking various partnerships, you know, with influencers or whatnot. Maybe maybe being a having a partnership with someone who your company is like the preferred tax professional for their company. And those partnerships work out really well if you get with the right person. And of course, and especially if they're an influencer, like that can really skyrocket and scale and grow your tax business. So you're thinking partnerships. You're thinking, you know, how can you get more exposure? You're thinking different platforms. If you've just been focused on IG and Facebook, maybe you want to go into podcasting and YouTube channels and things of that nature, showing up on different platforms to further fulfill your need to expose or get that exposure that you want for you and your tax business. So you're thinking about all of these things that will bring your company more revenue, because everything else is done. You started at appropriately, you have built your tax business effectively, and now you can Buzz Lightyear it all out of here. You can to infinity and beyond, and just focus on the amount of money you want to make and think about those ways how you can actually scale. Okay? How you can actually scale. So again, just to repeat for you all, the 3 phases of a profitable tax business. You have the starting phase, the building phase, and the growing phase, okay? And I just want to say, like, what you really should be doing is intentionally building your tax firm to the practice that you really want it to be, okay? You need to focus on building it to where it makes the money that you want to make, so you can focus on doing other things. So you can focus on spending time with your family and your friends and traveling and doing all of that. That all happens in the building phase, okay? If you build your tax business effectively and efficiently and have that strong foundation, and you focus on that, getting that strong foundation, growing is so much easier. Growing is easier when you've built it properly. Okay, building phase is probably going to be the most difficult phase, but once you have everything handled, then growing is everything that you need it to be and more. And so the starting phase, and of course, if y'all have any questions, definitely feel free to ask them either in the question bubble or in the comments. But hey, everyone coming in. Hey, everyone coming in. But you want to, like I said, and I'll repeat this again, you want to intentionally build a tax firm that will give you the freedom that attracted you to become an entrepreneur in the first place. Okay, you didn't become an entrepreneur to be a slave to your business. I know I've done that in the past, and I'm like, where is this freedom that all these entrepreneurs are talking about? Because I'm working more and I have no life. My life used to end in December and pick back up in May because tax season was, I wasn't doing anything but tax returns, but processing tax returns. And so you really, in your building phase, you want to make sure that you are building a business based on your lifestyle too, and not based on what other people say is success and what other people say you have to do as a tax professional. Because honestly, first of all, half the people in the taxation industry who say they're making the money really isn't. And second of all, they don't, and a lot of the tax professionals don't know that there's another way. That's why when I teach and everything like that, I get so much flack because people just simply don't know. That wasn't their experience. And that's okay. And that is okay. But what I'm telling you all, and what I tell my tax bosses, and what I tell my students and my clients, is that there is a better way. There is a better way. Tax season is my least busy season. I rarely do taxes anymore. But that's because a while ago in my building phase, when I wanted to pivot my business, I'm like, you know what? I want to pivot my business into something else. Me doing taxes, me not having a life, me doing this does not work for my lifestyle anymore. I want to stay in this industry, but I want to pivot a little bit. I had no idea I was going to become a coach. I had no idea I was going to have a membership. I had no idea about that part. You know, shouts out to God on that one. But I made my business and I repivoted my business. And in that building phase, I made it mirror the lifestyle that I wanted to live. So to be in the taxation industry does not mean to have this one type of lifestyle. Not at all. You really consider the lifestyle you want, and then build your business around that and make that happen. And so that's for somebody, because somebody on this live maybe didn't know that you could do that, and you could do that. Okay, at the end of the day, you're a boss within yourself. You are a business owner. You're an entrepreneur. You can do whatever you want with your business. There isn't just one way to get successful in this industry. There may be a better way, but until someone actually does it effectively, then maybe not. Okay, so I want to invite all of you all to, if you are not part of my email list or my texting community, my VIP tax bosses, do so. Okay, you definitely want to do so, because I'm about to come out with some promotions that I'm only releasing to my VIP tax boss list. So you can text ready or text hi or text whatever, but text ready to 404-737-5375, or you could just click the link in my bio and it'll take you directly there to where you can text me. You want to get on my texting list, because maybe sometime on Sunday, maybe I might be running a little promotion where you get 50% off of my course that's going to be released on August 22nd, okay? And the course is the solution to what we're talking about today. It focuses on the first two stages of the three phases of a profitable tax business: the starting phase and the building stage, okay? The first two phases of a profitable tax business. I'm coming out with that August 22nd. I am only giving an opportunity to my VIP tax bosses to get 50% off of this course. There will be payment options available, but go ahead and get on my list, because I'm not making it public. This is as public as I'm going to make it, this live, but get on my list, because I'm only extending that to my people, my VIP tax bosses. So definitely, if your tax business isn't where you want it to be, okay? If your tax business isn't where you want it to be, if you're not making the money that you want to make, if you want to leave your job but you can't and you have not yet, okay, you need this course. If you've tried to figure it out yourself and you just simply can't, okay, then you need this course. You have to do something different to get different results. You can't keep doing the same thing over and over again. That's the definition of insanity, okay? And don't look at this as an expense, okay? Don't look at it as how much is it, okay? It's an investment. It's an investment that you can actually take off of, you can reduce your taxable income on your Schedule C or your business return for, because it is a course. What's going on? So you have to look at it as an investment and not an expense. You have to ask yourself, how much is it going to cost you if you don't get this course? How much is it going to cost you if you don't get this blueprint of how to build a solid and a strong foundation for your tax business? Okay, we have 5 months, actually 4.5 months, because it's about mid-August until tax season. Okay, if you haven't figured it out by now on what to do and how to go about it, then are you going to do it in the next 4 months? If not, holla at this course, for real. If you want a snippet of the information that will be in this course, I definitely have the 5-day tax biz starter course available in my bio link for $9.99. So $10, okay, $9.99. Do I need to get this? No, Christy, you're in the Tax Boss Academy, so you are good. You are good. You are in the, you're good. But you can go ahead in my bio link and get the 5-day tax biz starter course and see how you feel with that, okay? And then definitely see if the course is something that you would want to get. Again, we go over the starting phase and the building phase of building a solid and strong foundation for your tax business. It's going to set you up. And even within the building stage, you're going to grow. You're automatically going to grow. Your tax business is going to grow. But there's more to this. But this right here, this course is only starting in building. And we're going to focus on that right now. Building that foundation that you need so you can start growing and make the money that you really want to make. Because there's no reason why we out here struggling, living paycheck to paycheck. There's no reason why we can't get up and go and do what we want to do. There's no reason. There's enough money out here for all of us to eat and eat real good, okay? So that's why I don't mind giving a game to you all, because it's enough out here. Is it just taxes? I don't teach tax preparation. That I do have a separate online tax prep platform, but this course is all about how to build a strong foundation for your tax business. So it's teaching you how to start and grow your tax business, okay? So it's more so for the person who wants to build and start a profitable tax business. It's not tax preparation heavy. Hey, girl. Hey. How are you? Long time no hear from. So, yes, that's what it is, Star Child 10. It's not tax preparation, but if you need a tax preparation training, then I have that, but that's not what this course is. Not tax prep, right? Growth. I have a tax business. Exactly. So if you have a tax business, it would teach you growth. It would definitely teach you how to have a strong foundation for your tax business, get you set up for the growth that you really want. Because what I did, when my journey goes like this, I started a tax business. It wasn't as successful as I thought it was going to be off rip. And then I had to eventually, after about 2 years, when my tax business hit a plateau, I had to go back and fill in the gaps, okay? And fill in the gaps of things that I should have done in the beginning. And once I went back and filled in those gaps, then that's when my tax business took off. So my teachings definitely come from experience, and also experience that I've taught other people. They've implemented it and got results as well. So definitely the methodologies that I teach within this course they do work. And just to give you a rundown of what's in the course, Of course, we have planning, so setting effective planning. So setting your financial goals, your business plans, implementing systems, doing your marketing. Marketing is the most important aspect of your tax business. I've said that a million times and I'll say it a million more. The marketing module is the largest module in the course because it's that important. So we talk about your target market, your marketing message, the type of media you're going to use, branding, and we even get into email and direct mail marketing, other types of media that you can use to build your list and to really provide that customer service that you need. Also, customer service, we go into that, how to effectively price your services, building a team. And so that is what we're talking about. Basic business standards that you can actually apply to any business, but since I know the taxation industry so well, I apply it in the taxation industry and it works famously. So that is what this course is about. If you want a tax business, not a tax side hustle, not any of that, but if you want a tax business, then this is the course for you. Okay, I'm trying to go to the next level. Oh yeah, if you're trying to go to the next level, then oh yes. Yes, and more yes. This is definitely where you want to be at. Let me scroll up this chat and make sure I didn't miss any questions. Let's see. Oh yeah, but you got to tell me what you're doing wrong. Do you think I should ask for reviews? And so Star Child 10, you say you already have a tax business and you're a CPA? Did you say you're a CPA? In your class, you teach all of this? I do. Mel is me. Sorry if I'm pronouncing that wrong. But yes, everything that I went over today, I do teach all of this in my class. My class only goes over the first two phases, which is the starting phase and the building phase. But the building phase is the most important phase because you can't grow unless you build an effective and a strong foundation for your tax business. You won't be able to grow. So yes, I do teach all of this in my course. Hey everyone. Hey. Taxes, accounting. Okay. Not CPA, accounting, and medical. Okay. So you're not a CPA, but you are an accountant. Okay, awesome. And taxes, of course. Okay. Yeah, for sure. Ask for reviews. Have a place to where people can review you. So that can even be, your Facebook page. Create a business Facebook page. And that's really great for reviews. The reviews that are on your Facebook page, if it's a business page, it pops up on Google. So that works real famously with Google. Or you can use other platforms to get your reviews. Also, things, now in this day and age with social media, if someone texts you something or someone sends you an email or someone comments under something, you can literally, what do you call it? I feel like somebody's grandma right now. What do you call it? Screenshot it and redact their information, of course, and then have that be a review too. But you can also just ask them like, hey, if you don't mind reviewing, how was your experience with my tax business? And another thing that you can do, especially I love to do this right after tax season, like at the end of April, maybe the beginning of May at the latest, but you can still do it now, is because you should have the email addresses of all of your existing clientele. You can email them and no more than 5 questions, but just say, hey, we love working with you this year. We'll be keeping you updated on all the updates and changes that we're going to be implementing for next year, next season, all of that. But if you could just fill out this quick 3 to 5, so choose no more than 5 questions. So anywhere between 3 and 5 questions, if you would just complete this questionnaire for our team, so we can make sure that your experience next season is even better than it was this season. And so those questions can be things like, how would you rate your experience with my company, 1 through 5 or whatnot, 5 being the greatest, 1 being I'm never fucking with y'all again type situation. Or so you can ask that. You can always ask them, like, do they have any suggestions on how you can improve your customer service or their customer experience? What would they like to see implemented? So really get some feedback as well, so you can kind of kill two birds with one stone with your existing clientele. A, you can get reviews, but B, you can also ask them questions that you can implement into your business to make it better. I'm going to sign up for your course. Okay, good. Get on my text list, because there's no link right now to my course. Okay, there's no link available now to my course. Okay, because I'm not going to make the announcement until Sunday, and it's going to only be to my texting list, and you all will get 50% off. So text Star Child. So I know it's you, but no, just get on my list. 404-737-5375. Let me make sure that's the right number. Yes, 404-737-5375, or you could just click the link in my bio. Okay, 404-737-5375. Let me write in the chat. 404-737-5375. Or you could just click the link in my bio, and it'll literally pull up your texting app, and it'll already have the number, so you can just text me. So I have it real easy in my link, or you can just look at the screen right now and get that number. But for sure, get on my texting list, y'all. If y'all want it, oh, thank you. If y'all want this course for 50% off, definitely get on my texting list. Do I have any questions before we get on out of here? Do I have any questions? My audience is bashful. Y'all, I know I'm gonna have some DMs when I get off of here. Y'all don't never ever ask questions publicly, but as soon as I get off, I have a million questions in my DMs. Yeah, I love y'all though. I love y'all. It's cool. All right, so if I don't have any questions, y'all, remember the building phase is important, okay? Don't just start and then try to grow. It's not going to work. It's not going to be sustainable, y'all, okay? So until next time, you're asking what? Okay, you're asking, okay. Are you typing? I'll wait. I'll wait for your question. How's everyone doing today? How is everyone doing? Yes, and yes. No, I was being oh, girl, okay. Girl, bye. You got me up here with I have asked enough. Well, the number you text, you can actually text me and I write back. Like it's not just for me to text you all can actually text me back. And people, like, when I respond, they're like, oh, you respond, or oh, I can respond. They're so shocked. So if you have any other questions when we get, that's okay. If you have any other questions when we get off, feel free to text me, DM me, whatever. But once you get on my text list, you can text me and I do write back. So, all right, y'all. If y'all don't have any other questions, I will see y'all next week. Have a great weekend. Have a great Thursday. I holla. Peace.